Ward's Farms YouTube channel. We do a lot of videos, or our attempt is to do a lot of videos on just the farm itself, our planting, all our flowers that we plant, everything like that. But we do, and especially in the winter, we do a lot of equipment repair or maintenance. In this case, I have a Howse Bush Hog here that I bought last year for like dirt cheap. It was such a great deal. But the Stump Jumper and the blades are kind of beat up. The Stump Jumper was all rusted out, and essentially when I bring the camera down, you're gonna see that the round circle, or the actual plate, was completely gone. So the plate obviously should look like this, but it's only the center part that's left over. So a lot of videos, they don't really show you how they remove the actual Stump Jumper, or it's just really long and really complicated. I found a really easy way. It was something that I thought of before I checked out any videos. I didn't really have the piece of equipment that I needed to do it. So what I ended up doing is going to Harbor Freight and getting it. Well, first I got a 5-ton gear puller, or a hydraulic gear puller. Inevitably that did not work, so I needed to get a 10-ton one. Essentially, as soon as I used this 10-ton one, the Stump Jumper popped right off. I tried the forks on the tractor. I tried multiple different things to get this thing off. None of it would get it off. This 10-ton hydraulic puller pulled it off in 3 seconds. So the biggest challenges with getting this puller on, are because it's so far of a distance between the Stump Jumper, or the actual spindle, and the gear puller. You got to get something in between. I inevitably used the bolts that I got for I got new bolts for the blades, because these things are like essentially frozen on. Honestly, just cheaper and easier to do that. And I just used one of them to put gap the distance in between the two things. Now I'm gonna bring the camera over and show you. I think if you were doing this at home, you would inevitably have to cut the actual if you still had a Stump Jumper in place, you're gonna have to cut the Stump Jumper so that you can get the gear pullers on there, especially onto the solid metal plate behind it. But I just wanted to give you a close-up of what I did, how I did it, and that way it'll give you an idea of what you need to do. Obviously, you got to flip the Bush Hog over, at least get it on its side. I found it to be a lot easier when it's flipped over. But I'm gonna give you a close-up of what I did, and that's really the video. I'll show you me pumping it a couple times, but that's about it. All right, so let me give you a little bit of a close-up of what I did here. So here's the gear puller. You can see the bolt that I used to span the space. This does have a third arm that you can put on it, but it just doesn't make any sense. It was a lot easier. And as you can see, it started pulling off. And if I can do this, you can see obviously I'm gonna run out of, but it literally just pulls it right off. So it really takes it right off for you. Obviously, I'm going to have to get it off the rest of the way, but I can probably use the forks on the tractor, or maybe even just pull it off by hand. Worst case scenario, I can get in something in between, like a scissor jack. But it's a really simple, easy way to do it. Look, the tool's going to cost you at Harbor Freight like 90 bucks. If you got a coupon, it'll be a little bit cheaper. But I just wanted to give everybody a good feel and give you an idea of an easy way to take your Stump Jumper off. And like I said, obviously you're gonna have to cut the plate right here so that you can get that in there. So you just take a Sawzall or something like that and just cut it right off. If not, if you're like mine was so rusted out that I was able to just pull the pieces off. But thank you for watching our YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, check out our Instagram. At Ward's Farm, New Jersey. If you want to see my personal Instagram, it's at Alan Ward. And just check out some stuff. Thank you.